Hello everyone, today I'm continuing with day 2 of Advent of Code 2019 with Open Assistant. I have tried to solve the problem previously, but it wasn't doing any good job and wasn't the model was so much off that I simply gave up and decided to simply not continue before the final initial version is ready. And today it's this day in which the organization behind Open Assistant actually released a new model. It's the same Llama based model with a little bit changed weights, but it's trained for a longer period of time, and it has some feature like plugins and so on, and I want to see how will behave. And let's go again. We do like in our previous days, we have a day folder in which part we separate by folders in which we have the prompts that we are asking the assistant with context, task, etc., and giving the answers, and simply one main Go file in which we are solving the problem, and we're doing all that in Go. Let me simply create main Go. Hopefully there will be reasons to use it. Prompts md, and our first prompt is prompt 1 open assistant, and let me go and read again the task. That was the last time that I was looking at that was weeks ago. On the way to your gravity assistant around the moon, your ship computer beeps angrily about 1202 program alarm. On the radio, Elf is already explaining how to handle the situation. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. The ship computer burst into flames. Okay, there is some fire. You notify the elves that the computer magic smoke seems to have escaped. That computer run in code programs. Okay, nice. Like the gravity assistant program it was working on. Surely there are enough spare parts up there to build a new int code computer. Now we need to an int code program is a list of integers separated by commas, like 0, 1, 3, 99, etc. To run one, start by looking at the first integer, calling position 0. Here you find opcode, either 1, 2, or 9. That's operation, the code for the operation. The opcode indicates what to do. For example, 99 means that the program is finished and should immediately halt. Encountering an unknown code means something went wrong. Okay. The ones mean adding. Together numbers read from the to position, and okay, when I'm adding numbers, read from to position and storing the result in the third position. The three integers immediately after the opcode tells you these three positions. The first two indicates the position from which you should read the input values, and the third indicates the position at which the output should be stored. Okay, we have a sequence of instruction, and each of them has either when it's one of these 1, 2, or 99 code that are operations. And for example, with one we have operation for which the following two integers are indicating where actually are stored the values that we need to add, and the third one it's pointing to the position to which we would need to store the result. Okay, and the important thing is indicate the position, not the actual value. If we get 3, that means that should be 0, 1, 2, 3. Actually reading from this position using this number for executing the addition, and after that storing it from the fourth one. Okay, interesting. And after that we have 2, which is multiplication. Let's see, for example, if we intro compute 1, 10, 20, and 30, you should read the values of the positions, etc. Okay, that make perfect sense. For the multiplication, it's the same again, 3 integers after of indicates. Once you're done processing an opcode, move to the next one by stepping forward 4 positions. Okay, I will need to read chunks of 4 positions. For example, suppose you have the following program, and here it's like an example of how to execute the program. We have it on chops 4, 4, and here it's breaking simply. The first 4 integers are at position 0, 1, 2, blah blah, and now how we execute the program. Okay, let me grab this example input. I will store it here in test. I already have it there. And I suspect that I grabbed my original one. Let's simply repeat that because I remember I was trying this with the old model but was really off. Let me close everything else, close this day, and we have the prompt. One of the things that we need to keep we need to not forget that the Open Assistant had a token size with I think it's using very similar tokenizer to this one that GPT-3 uses. I have no idea what kind of tokenizer ChatGPT and GPT-4 is using. Most likely it's some variation of this one. But the token limit is very important because it's including input output. If we ask for some program and we already use almost all of the tokens that are provided, that will not work. For these purposes we need to give context. I'm using at the moment the typical syntax that I'm using interacting with ChatGPT, giving a contest that your competitive programmer and you are trying to solve the advent of code 2019. You are a competitive now we need to have task, and we should have the instructions. You should write a Go program that solves the following task. You should use input house as input. Let me space it basic steps. I think that's exactly the kind of format that we were using here. Thank you, and so on. I think here, yeah, we have context, instruction, and so on. But since then, I have read the articles from Microsoft that was showing the one that they were talking for sparks of intelligence. And in our case here, we're reading the file directly. Okay, we're having this day 2 input. Read the input from and trim it for new wine at the end. Okay. Anything else? We skip this one with the elves and the moon because it's grabbing too many tokens, and we already use some. We have this program. That's like removing all of this context. I think will be to. Let me remove this one. And here it's actually the final condition, actually what you would want. Okay, let's try with this prompt. I think this prompt it's relatively far away, but let's see how big it is. It's smaller than the initial one, but it's still relatively too big in my opinion. Let's see how we'll do. I would expect there is one of the reasons for so Okay, we have a main function, processing integer codes, splitting. Let's see, we have some value map. 1 second. We're checking that. Okay, that's 1, that's 2. Actually, that's more or less impressive stuff. If we have some links and we have a link to the Go playing ground. Okay, that's not completely not that's significantly better than the previous one, but it's not still completed. Let's see if we can ask, could you finish the program? Because one main difference is, could you finish the program? I would imagine that the services with okay, it is as I thought. Here we're, so to say, limited in the context from, let me see, can I remove this question? Not really. I think in this case simply the the model seems, yeah, it's losing the context. I think it's simply too long to complete the entire program. Let me see if I try something else. If I go to ChatGPT, then I want to ask ChatGPT, but if I ask context, I'm trying to make very compact coding changes that how you write challenges. Okay, interesting. Challenges. I'm trying to make very compact coding challenges for students. I want to have exactly same challenge as on challenge from advent of code, but I want to be much shorter as formulation. So formulation instructions. First, please keep all the logical constraints and requirement from advent of code. Use similar terms for describing the problem, but remove any extra stuff. Then I'm giving advent of code let's see. I mean, that's actually I mean this yeah, I was thinking how I can formulate it much shorter, but I mean that's a bit a bit shorter than I would manage to do. I mean I mean at that stage, if I mean the task was correct. Let's see if let me go here and start a new prompt and look a little bit at the task if it's correct. You have an int code program, which is a list of integers separated by commas. The program has opcodes 1, 2, and 9. Opcodes 1 and 2 require 3 integers after them. The first two indicate input positions, and the third indicates the output position. Process an opcode, then step forward 4 position to reach the opcode. Restore the Gravity Assistant program by replacing position 1 with the values in position 3. I think, I mean, that's very, I mean, that's, I mean, this formulation of the problem, it's actually in some sense too concise. Let me see, I don't like this prompt because I need to have empty space. I think it's getting confused with the instruction. But yes, let's see. I use this hack with having the input from GPT-4 simply to make it concise enough to exclude these examples and so on, simply to have more space for the output token and to see if we'll be able to solve the problem. Okay, we have a main function that is reading the program, and after that we have now I will want to have another try. I probably will wait a little bit and will format my input better. Okay, that's addition, perfect, binary insert and so on, and we have the program like array. Oh, that's nope, or hold, and it's this program seems very promising, although here it's going why is this subarray even needed and so on. I think here it's going out of board because the initial model has been trained on 512 tokens. After the half of the token size, this 1024, it's simply getting out of control, and here I can see that with this part up to here, and probably this part and the input was doing relatively okay, but all of that said, I mean this part of the program seems to not be working, but if I delete it, I don't have this binary subarray. I have the program, why do I really need this thing? Because when I have addition, I simply should have my program and use this here as a values from where to get, because I want to get the index. Okay, let's do it like that. Index index A, index Y, and let's use here to be clear. and I have the one that is the result, which is here, and which is actually the program. Something like that. But anyway, let's not solve the challenge, and let me give another try. It already I can see it's doing much better job. I mean, I probably should be a little bit. Let me go here. Sorry about that. I think some things happen on my screen. Let me see if I customize that a little bit. The only thing that I want to do is to reduce massively the temperature, because it's hot. In here I want to go as much as I can. 50k, I think that's fine. Let's set it like that and let's submit. Okay, if I open that and if I ask ChatGPT, simply I want to compare the model, is it able from this description to write me a program that is I mean, yeah, and its suffix, it's simply removing it at the end. It's like new lines at the end and so on. It's no code positions. I mean, it's obviously it's doing exactly what I was doing, but I mean, it's. I think it's. Let's not look at that, because there's nothing to compare. I mean, it's unfair. It's the capabilities of yeah, the GPT model are simply to hide that they shouldn't be our oh, very nice. Absolutely, here I'm seeing super promising code. Position, absolutely. Executing the program, actually that's pretty good. That's actually very good stuff here. Let's go a little bit and see how you can do it. There is no point to really heavily advertising the only thing that we need to do is, let me look at the task, what was the last part, because at the end, once you have a working computer, The first step is to restore the Gravity Assistant program. And how I can restore it? To do this, before running the program, I need to replace position 1 with the value 12 and replace position 2 with the value 2. What is left of position 0? Okay, that's absolutely brilliant. Let me do it with the test. I think in my case I can, for the time being, do that package. I don't need 50. What I would expect in my case, and I'm getting what's at the position 0. This position contains 70 and 50 respectively, multiplying this position 350. Okay, seems like not working. Let's investigate why. Here is the position thingy that actually we need to have position, and that's a bit disgusting, but I mean it's so bad, but do we have really choice? We couldn't not to simply somehow not use Mm-hmm. 54. You are running index off of range. Why is that? I've never one thing that I haven't done is actually to see. That's my bad. To see how the data looks. Okay, it looks. Don't need this linear number. Where do I? I don't need none of that. Let me. Okay, I see. And here when I'm splitting, the only thing that I'm I need to do here is for value and do that in a loop. Because I'm not interested in any of this stuff. Want to have this stuff here like that. Okay, and now it's working. We can see that actually the part was in my opinion extremely capable of solving that. Let's see the final part input, because we need this big input. Why would it our program crash? Here we have to do this before running the program. Replace position 1 with the value of 12 exactly, and position 2 with the value of 2 absolutely. Then we execute the program and get with length on which one it's crashing. 54. Why would it be? Let me look at the data. It looks like this jumping of the data where len and if I get the reminder dividing it by 4, I mean the length, about that, I have a 1 which I couldn't do anything with. Because I want to be smaller than these 3 values that I will need to read. And let's see, my number is too high. Would it be so high? What is about if something is wrong? We have 99. Which is exactly that. Otherwise it's panic code. Okay, I prefer This one, I mean, breaking here, it's okay. But 1 second, how... Is it after every operation? Mm-hmm. Okay, that actually looks perfectly fine. Why would... Okay. But... yeah, okay, I'll have the whole line. What is the value left of the position after the program halts? Mm-hmm. And was too big, too high. Why would it be so high? Let me look actually at the data again. And there saw how many twos there were. Two, not so many, but it's oh no. Here is no sum. I've never realized that. I have no such a thing like a sum there. It was misleading. My bad, so to say. Okay, and that solved the problem. Okay, we can see that. Let me go back to the initial code. It's reading here okay the input. Okay, it's one line, it gets confusing. It's adding this linear number that it's not needed. And when it's splitting the array after that, instead of looping through and appending the parsed numbers, it's simply doing it only for the last one. However, it was able to extract the code from here, and that part, apart of not using the position and having unfortunately this plus here that was very misleading, it's kind of okay. I will download it because it's not correct output, but let me add that as a answer. I think especially with this combo with task right, advent of code 2019 day 2 concise version 2 by GPT-4. Concise, I'm pretty sure that you don't write concise, is the other way around. Keys are from my concise. Okay, and the answer from Open Assistant. We're starting with the code. Which it's working Go program, and had already a lot of the boilerplate implemented and a lot of the logic again. Simply to make it clear, that's extremely impressive that it's already able to do all of this splitting, extracting this info and so on, and getting a little bit confused with the sum, with this plus, and apart of that, I think the rest of the logic here, the parsing, and also this line number and this mistake here, everything was okay, simply because it's a program. I want to give a real feedback that it's not a working program. I am pressing them down, but yeah, definitely possible to solve the task with help from Open Assistant, and I definitely can see that the new version is significantly better than the earlier one, which I've tried and was significantly worse. Let me remove some of, no, that's actually the original one. I want to remove here some of this extreme boilerplate. Is this still? I had in this one, actually this one it's inside the loop. I remove only the one that is outside. Okay, hope that was useful, and you should definitely go and try Open Assistant. It's free and you can play with it. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video. Bye.